This is not your usual 9 to 5. Welcome back to the show. My name is Gladys and I'll be walking you guys through some of the unique professions in Singapore and maybe even some tips and tricks to their trade. In this very special episode for today, we have classical singer Kira Lim with us. And she's going to start with an amazing performance by Puccini. The song title is Quando Menvo. So before she officially starts, all of you guys out there, please make sure to like and share this video. It's going to be a really majestic and incredible one. Please help to share and make sure that more of you guys out there on Facebook can enjoy the show. Without further ado, let's join me to welcome Kira Lim. That was Quando Menvo by Kira. Thank you so much for showing us this wonderful piece.
Thank you for having me here.
I am really astounded. That was incredible.
Thank you.
It was my first time watching classical singing up close.
Really?
Yes.
Well, there you go.
So once again, welcome to the show. This is not your usual 9 to 5 and today we have classical singer Kira Lim with us. Up on today's show, we have had her performance, but we're also going to have some really cool and useful tips from Kira on how to do warm-ups, how to improve your singing, and we're also going to learn a lot more about her journey and how she got here today. So for those of you who have been really interested in singing or you've been wanting to improve your very own singing, make sure to stay on to the show and like and share this video, alright? Share it out so more people can watch, and if you have any questions about singing, especially classical singing, and soprano especially because she is a soprano herself, let us know in the comments down below and we'll be more than glad to answer them. So, big question here. Why don't you introduce yourself first, Kira?
Okay, so hi everyone. Oh, hi, I'm Kira Lim. I am a classical singer. I am a soprano, as Gladys have mentioned. I've been singing for about 8 to 9 years already with my teacher, Miss Kor Ai Ming. So yeah,
8 years is a very long time. So how old did you start?
I think I was, okay, so the story is I was in children's choir, right? So I was in primary school choir and secondary school, and then I joined the Singapore Lyric Opera Children's Choir back when I was about 14 years old, so not too young, but young enough. And I met my singing teacher over them is Ko Ai Ming. So from there, I just started the classical route in that sense. Yeah.
Wow, it's really, really incredible. And your voice was really amazing.
Thank you.
I've seen a lot of classical singing performances on TV, but to really hear it up close is really amazing. That's why people go to the theatres, right? To
Yes.
listen to it live.
I miss going to the theatre and performing in it.
We all do, and I know amidst the heightened alert, it is actually our pleasure to have her here to grace us with a very wonderful show. So make sure to stay tuned to find out more. If you have any questions, just drop us them in the comments below. So I have a very big question. We were talking about classical singing, but what is the difference between classical singing and opera?
Well, there is classical singing is basically having that classical foundation, classical techniques, and usually classical singers perform in recitals or with orchestra, but for opera, they use the same techniques. It's just that there's a more theatre element to it. So actually I have a video for you if you'd like to take a look. It was done back in 2016. I performed it at the Esplanade Recital Studio. It's called the Hansel and Gretel Opera.
Well, we're in luck. That's another performance, so check it out, guys. I'm really, really impressed, and I'm so excited to see this. Hansel and Gretel.
Yes,
Wow.
that fairy tale. That was Hansel and Gretel.
Was the entire piece sung?
Yes, so very different from musical theatre. Musical theatre, there's always like a speech element to it, but for opera, our speech is also translated to music.
Oh, wow. Okay, so you did that about 5 years ago.
Yes, and looking back at it now, I look really, really small. So it was a really good opportunity for me because I think that was the first opera I did with my choir at that time, vocal associates.
So is there a big opera scene in Singapore? Do we have a troupe? Are there training for it? And how do people join?
Well, for opera, there are groups in Singapore. I think the most famous one is the Singapore Lyric Opera. They've been here since the 1990s, I think. And now there are like smaller upcoming groups as well. So the new opera, the Opera People, Larietta, Opera Viva. I think there are a few more, but I just can't remember them right now. But yeah, there are many of these opera groups coming up. And if you do want to join them, I hope you do have like a background in opera. So all these groups are professional. So if you are a professional opera singer, please join them.
Oh, that's really cool. So they usually do auditions for people to join them full-time as a troupe, or does it work for performances?
It's more of like when you're auditioning for a TV show or like a theatre, it works the same for opera as well. So if there's an upcoming show, they will bring out a casting call list on Facebook, or they will get connections as well and call them up for all these auditions.
Oh, that's really cool. So we've actually found out a lot more, or actually I have found out a lot more about opera. I knew nothing about opera in Singapore, and it's actually very nice to know that there's actually another genre of singing out here. So talking about genres, what are the types of singing? Because you do soprano, but then there's like so many different types of groups, right? We have like pop music, we have R&B, and then we have opera, we have classical, and then now we have soprano. Are they all the same?
Well, what you're mentioning now is actually two separate things. So there are different voice types. So soprano will be the highest parts in a song. So that's what I am. I'm a soprano, and then there's the mezzo-soprano, the alto, all these are the woman parts, and then there's the countertenor. tenor, baritone, and bass, which is the lowest of the men. Yeah. And then for genres, you mentioned opera. Yes, that's one genre. And then there's pop, R&B, musical theater, jazz. Those are the genres, so the stylistics of the songs will be different as well.
So, I've always been curious, can an opera singer sing pop? Or like, yeah, you know, how does it work?
Well, I think we can. It's just a different style of singing, and the techniques that we use are different as well. So we wouldn't use our opera techniques to sing a pop song. So I wouldn't go, what song is in my mind right now?
Come on, let's go.
I wouldn't go, Mama, just killed a man. I would go, Mama, just killed a man. So that is a different kind of voice type, a voice tone already. Yeah.
So even though they're different techniques, but you both have to like work hard towards each type of stylistic.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, wow. But that was really nice though, your rendition.
Thank you.
So if you're a soprano, are you able to go down to an alto, or is it usually very difficult?
For me, I do struggle going to a lower range unless I've been, drinking something that will help make my voice go lower, but I don't. So usually I would stay in the nice middle range to the higher notes. That's the most comfortable for me. But there are people who are more versatile in their range, and they can go from like a really low F to a really high pitch. Yeah.
Wow. Okay, so I understand that on top of just an introduction to her and singing in general and opera in general, we are also going to be able to learn some warm-up exercises from you.
Yes.
There's actually a lot of aspiring singers in Singapore and bathroom singers like me who cannot sing at all. So we're going to need a lot of help, and we might not be able to be saved. So
you'll be fine, trust me. I've prepared a few warm-ups for us today. So let me just ask you a question. How do we breathe?
With our nose in and then out with the mouth.
Okay, so that's correct. So when we breathe in through our nose, we go all the way down. For singers especially, that's an optimum way of breathing so that we get the most support and the most amount of air that is required so that we sing with good support and we can sustain very long notes in that sense. So we're gonna...
It already sounds very complicated. I have to stop you there.
No, it's not that complicated.
You have to breathe in a certain way to help you sing better.
Yeah.
Is that it?
Yes. So maybe let's just try putting one hand on your chest.
Okay.
And then one hand at your diaphragm. Do you know where your diaphragm is? It's actually 4 fingers below your belly button.
Oh, wait, let me find my belly button. Okay, I found it. Okay, I found it.
If you don't know where it is, you can give like a very slight cough, and then you will feel a kick at that area. Do you feel it?
This isn't COVID, guys.
Not COVID.
We're just finding our diaphragm.
Yeah, just finding your diaphragm. Yes.
So it's 4 fingers below, or so if this is 4 fingers below, so it's actually here.
It's around this area, so it's like at this area. There's the 4 fingers covers the diaphragm.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
So I want you to just breathe normally and tell me where you feel an expansion.
Okay, if I am nervous, it's from my chest, but when I try to it's from my diaphragm here. It kind of expands.
Okay, so usually a lot of people also would tell me that their air would just travel up to this area, which is the chest area, and it's very tense in that sense. So when we sing, we don't want like a very tense body. We want a very relaxed and calm body when we sing. So we go all the way down to our diaphragm, and we try to just expand that area rather than tensing up this area.
Okay. I sort of got that.
Okay, so we're gonna just do a deep breath in for 5. And we're gonna release with 4 short hisses and 1 long one. So I'll just demonstrate once. So it's like this. Breathe in and go. So we We'll hold for 10 counts first, and then we'll see how long you can hold after.
Oh my, okay, let's try it.
Okay, let's go. Hand to your diaphragm and let's go. Okay, how was that?
Oh, that was surprisingly okay.
Yes.
It was manageable.
It's good.
It wasn't as scary as I thought. For those of you out there watching, please join us. It is one of the breathing exercises. It helps you warm up before singing. I hope I don't have to sing, but yeah, if you guys are a singer or you've been trying to practice, please try this with us.
Well, we are starting with breathing first, and then we'll go into singing. So let's continue.
Already.
The breathing will help you get ready.
I hope.
We're gonna continue now for 12 counts. We're just gonna go up to 16 today and see if we could hold even longer than 16 after. Okay, so let's try 12 counts. Everybody, let's try it together. Okay, breathe in, and we go. Okay, not too bad.
I did it! Yay!
Good job! Okay, now 14 counts. Are you all ready? Let's try. And we go. Good. I heard you start halfway. I was like, should I
cheat
stop?
a little bit? But actually it was because I wasn't ready. I was like,
Oh, wait. Oh, sorry. Well, how was that now?
it wasn't so bad. But it feels like I'm exercising my diaphragm.
Yes, a lot of core work here when we sing, but we won't get abs sadly. It's just that we will expand it and we will get a better stamina and support after we practice. So as you continuously practice, you'll be able to hold longer and longer until your capacity lah, in that sense. So let's complete 16 and then we'll do a last one. We'll challenge each other and see how long we can hold for. Shall we?
I'll be up against classical singer Kira Lim.
I'll go easy on you.
Okay, let's go for it.
Okay, 16, yeah? And we go. Breathe in. And we go. Off. How was that? Not too bad.
I was this close to running out of breath.
You'll be fine. Now, let's see how long we can hold for. The longest you can, okay?
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Ready? 1, 2, 3. And we go. We ended at the same time. It's really not too bad. I don't know how long we've been holding for, but I think it was pretty long. Long enough.
How long did you guys hold this for? Please share it with us in the comments below.
Okay, so that was exercise number 1, so breath. So it helps with stamina and support. Now the second exercise we're gonna do is a bit of lip trills. There might be saliva on the floor after we do this, so we might need to sanitize. So basically, if you cannot do a lip trill, which is this, you can squeeze your cheeks and like just help you cheat a little.
Oh my gosh, that is so cute.
Yeah, it's like,
This isn't a warm-up, this is a cute exercise.
yeah, it's a cute exercise. It's so that more viewers will come in and watch us.
Watch us act cute.
Okay. So basically, this is a bit more free and easy. So we're just gonna explore the pitches of the lip trills. So you don't have to force a very loud sound, but it's just to help you relax and relaxly, if there's such a word, relaxly go from pitch to pitch. So we'll go, and go. It's a very weird face, I know.
No, it's not weird. It's really cool. I just don't know how you did that.
So basically, you want to go from really low to really high. So with your lip trills, it just makes it easier for you without pushing anything else. Yes.
Okay.
Very cute. Let's try. So we're gonna go in different directions of pitches. So you want to start really low or really high?
Let's start low.
Okay, let's start really low. Yeah, you're doing really well actually. So let's go from really low to really high and then back to really low. So it's like drawing a circle, I would always tell my students. So really low to really high and back to really low again.
Okay.
Ready?
Let's try.
And we go.
Right, I forgot to start low, but okay.
Okay.
Low, high, low.
And it's also really smooth in that sense where you don't really have a break in that sound, because when people sing it out, there will be a there will be this very weird pause in between, which makes it not connected. But when you do a lip trill, it just smoothens out everything for you as well.
Yeah, it feels easier. You know when I try to sing in the toilet alone when nobody can hear me? Like, it's very hard to switch notes. But with the lip trills, it's kind of like really easy. It's like you're on a slide.
Exactly, and you're not pushing anything or hurting anything, so that's really good.
Okay. That was pretty fun.
Now, for our third exercise, that one was really short. So this third exercise will be talking more about vowels. So as classical singers, vowels are super duper important. So vowels are basically A, E, I, O, U. Yep. So we're gonna just sing that. Since we don't have a piano, I'll be the piano today, even though I'm not perfect pitch. But we'll try. So I'm going to sing I-A-E-O. Now your turn.
Huh?
I'm kidding. So we'll just try this really slowly together. I'll bring down the key. A-A-E-O. So we're just going through the vowels. A-A-E-O-U.
Okay.
Okay.
I was at perfect pitch, you know. I am perfect not. Like very, very not. What was that?
Very not perfect. We're just going down. Like, just think of it as going down steps.
Okay.
So, I-E-O-U. So it's it's solfege. So, fa, mi, re, do.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
I'll try to follow your pitch.
Okay, so A-E-O-U. You're in tune.
I have to follow you. That's why it took me like 2 notes to listen to your tone.
But you're doing really great. So besides the pitch, the vowels are very important in classical singing in that sense where all the vowels have to be in a certain shape, in that sense where it's more rounded. So all the vowels are very similar. We don't go A, E, O, U. We try to make it all sound the same. A, E, O, A, E, O. Can you hear the difference?
I can hear it, but your mouth is kind of like relaxed.
Yeah.
Not like
Yeah. So when the wrong way is to go A-E-O. It's creating unnecessary tension for yourself. And again, as a singer, you want to be as relaxed as possible. So we will try to keep our jaw relaxed and like as if you're yawning. Ah, can you just give me a nice yawn? Ah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's very unglam.
It
looks like I'm gonna eat someone.
like eating an apple.
Oh.
Yeah. So we're gonna go So you try to imagine your mouth like a ball. So just keep it very round and tall as well.
Alrighty. Let's go
Alrighty.
for it, even
Let's
though
try.
I am not ready.
You'll be fine. Okay. Ah, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. Okay, let's go a little bit lower. Ah, 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 and go. How did that feel?
So stressful.
For the pitch or the word?
I guess it gets easier as you keep on trying.
Yeah.
And it's easier because I get to like follow your pitch.
Yeah. It is easier when you start practicing it every day. So again, warm-ups we try to do maybe half an hour to an hour a day.
That's very, very long.
It's
it?
actually not too bad. So not really half an hour fully warm up, but like with our songs as well. Because as singers, our body is our instrument, so we don't want to keep singing the entire day. So we designate like an hour just to warm up and sing together.
Okay, so was that the exercises that you had for all of us?
Okay, there's actually one last exercise I wanted to share with you. It's an exercise I learned in LaSalle. So it helps with our multitasking. So we're gonna sing numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're just gonna try that.
I lost you at like the third line.
The third one.
3, 4, 5.
Oh no. We're just gonna try this. I'm gonna make your life very difficult. I'm so sorry. But we're gonna add actions to our numbers. So we have to move while we sing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So for the third count, we're gonna clap. And then give me another action.
Snap.
Okay, we're gonna snap on, what count should we do it on?
For the easiest one.
We're gonna do a snap on the 5th.
Okay.
Okay, so we'll just try this really slowly and then we'll slowly speed it up. Okay. So we're gonna go 1, 1, that's our note. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Too high, right?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, let's try. Ready? 1, 2, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. You there?
I'm lost. I'm not there. Okay, let's go again.
Okay.
Can you demo once again for
Okay.
me?
So it'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. And then it goes on. Let's just try at least 2 lah. We try 2
Okay,
lah,
let's try it.
Okay, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 1, 2, 3. We continue. 4, 5, 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 1.
I was gonna sing it to 2.
I know, I can hear the.
Yeah, I was like,
It's okay. It really takes practice. I spent 1 whole year struggling with that, but I think it really helps with your psychomotive skills. And also for opera and musical theatre, you don't just sing and not do anything. There's a lot of like theatre elements and dancing with opera and singing.
Yes, I've always admired dancers who sing while dancing because it's so physically exhausting to do.
It is. They have that ability to sing and still not like run out of breath while they're dancing. It's insane. I'm still trying to get that to that level. Yeah.
Wow, that's so cool. But okay, I realized that you're really expressive even in your performance just now. There's like a lot of hand gestures. There was so much soul in your eyes.
Oh, thank you.
So is that like part of the training that you have to do?
For my teacher, she guides me in the way that not only do we focus on the techniques, we also focus on the text and the stylistics of the entire performance. So I wouldn't just sing it beautifully in that sense and just stand straight, you know. There's always a character to...
Like you have to understand what the song is and kind of like
Yeah.
emote it out through your actions and your expressions. If it's a very sad thing, you gotta be like...
Exactly. Like, that's kind of why I also love theatre in that sense, because there's so much passion and like understanding to a character that you can't really get when you're just singing, you know. And I really like being a different character. Like on stage, you're a whole different person.
Yeah, that's really true. Okay, so this is a little bit about the exercises that Kira had to share with us. We can't move on with that exercise because I'll probably need 2 years since she took 1 year. So we'll be back 2 years later with this very same exercise with you guys.
Awesome.
Okay, I'm just making jokes. But yeah, so she also had some tips that she wanted to share with us for a lot of you out there who want to improve your singing. I do as well. So what do you suggest?
Okay, for tips for those aspiring singers or those who are not too sure what to sing or how to sing, I would suggest that firstly you find a good teacher to help you bring your voice out, and someone you could trust as well. So you have to find you have to build a relationship with your teacher. I think that's really important. And for singing, you would also want to have good techniques as well. You have to build your techniques before trying something too challenging for you. So I would always start off my students by really just focusing and drilling on techniques rather than going straight into songs. Sometimes we could spend the whole lesson just doing warm-ups, which is pretty intense for them, I'm so sorry, but it is for their good. And the last tip I would probably give is to choose songs, like those who wants to perform but they don't know what songs they would be good at. Choose songs that you are comfortable and confident in singing, and something that will show off your strengths as well. Yeah.
Well, that's actually a lot of golden knowledge right there. I really feel like it makes a difference because if you don't have anyone to like point out your mistakes or how you can work on, it's very hard to really go further at a much faster pace. So do you feel that if you really want to go much further in singing, we have to find a teacher?
I really think so, especially for classical at least, because there's a lot of techniques that is required to sing challenging arias and classical songs. So a teacher would just guide you towards the right direction. Yeah.
Even the language as well. Classical singing has a lot of non-English...
Very Western, European languages, so French, Italian, German. The song I sang just now was Italian, Quando me invo. Yeah.
Wow. So you don't need to learn the language, but you kind of need to know how to pronounce it, and you need to know the meaning of the lyrics, is that right?
Definitely for those who are starting out, I think that is fine, but for us professional or aspiring professional opera musicians, we would have to try to learn the language and really understand the language as much as possible. So I'm actually heading into Yonseuto Conservatory of Music this August, actually in 2 weeks, and I would be learning Italian, French, and German for the next 4 years. Yeah.
That is part of the school program.
You have to learn their language. It's pretty scary, but I will strive for it.
Wow. So I was actually talking about this with Kira just now. Does it really matter? Because there's a lot of singers who are singers and they didn't go to music school, right? But is it different for classical because you need to understand the language? That's why you need to go to school of higher education?
Yes, I think for class opera at least, there's a lot of elements to this art that requires maybe a bit more guidance. For pop, I feel pop, jazz, R&B, you are able to imitate in that sense or actually explore on your own. But for classical, there's a lot of techniques and again the languages and the theory, all that's required from us. So going to a music school would definitely be very beneficial for a musician.
Wow, but it's still so crazy. 4 languages in 4 years.
I know.
Is that part of like a passing criteria that you have to be able to speak them properly, or how is it? It's just like a supplementary course.
It's something that is required of us voice music students, but I don't know if I would be totally fluent to communicate with a native German speaker in the future. I hope so, but as long as I can do the whole opera or something, that'll be good enough for me.
That is so cool though. 4 languages is really, really daunting.
It is,
And
right?
you would like kind of get confused with all the different languages. You mix like different adjectives in different languages.
Yeah, and my
I'm pretty
Mandarin
sure
is
that will happen
already
to me, and your Mandarin is
not great.
well. Then maybe, hopefully, other languages will be better.
Maybe Mandarin is just I'm trying.
So for those of you out there watching, if you have watched our exercises and listened to our tips and you have further questions, just drop us a comment down below. And please help us to like and share this video so that more people out there in Singapore can help to enjoy the show today and also learn some really, really useful and practical tips. So we have understood a lot about how to improve in singing with warm-up exercises and tips, but I also really wanted to kind of know a bit more about your journey because right now Kira is a freelancer
Yes.
and she's done a lot of shows, right? Can you share with us a little bit more about it?
Okay, so I started off doing a lot of shows with the Vocal Associates company, and we actually flew to US twice. The first time we went to New York, and the second we went to LA. So I would show you an image right there. We went to Disneyland, and we did many different languages of songs, and you can see me in the middle over there. I did a song in Korean. I'm wearing the hanbok and performing. It's so fun, especially when you're able to travel and do what you love. That
sounds so dreamy. I'm getting goosebumps because this is the dream of a vocal singer, right?
Yes.
Of a vocalist. You really just want to get out there and show people.
Exactly. I really enjoy sharing my love of music and the art, and there's many other things I also do as a freelancer. So the most recent one I did was a musical. I'm also a really big fan of musicals. So this musical I did was back in May for children's. It's a kids musical, and you might find it really familiar. It's called Baby Shark Live.
Oh.
You can't really see the sharks right there, but you can see me in an octopus costume with the 3 other puppets and fishes. It's really fun. You've got to sing, you've got to dance, you got to act. So it was quite intense rehearsal-wise, but I think the being on stage really just made it all worth it.
And you look so cute, by the way.
Thank you. Thank you.
So what else did you want to show us?
I also would like to show you one of the other theatre shows I've been doing or currently doing right now. It's the CNB, Central Narcotics Bureau, Assembly School Show. So you can see me and my 3 other castmates in school uniforms, and we are basically just doing an assembly show about drugs and, not to abuse drugs. So it's a really fun experience for me, especially during this time when you can't actually perform live. We are doing this on Zoom, and we are performing it through Zoom to all the different secondary schools.
Wow, that's really, really cool.
Yeah. Actually, one last thing I would like to show you is a video. I've been doing storytelling for quite a while now as well. So not only am I a soprano, I am also a storyteller and theater maker. So I would like to show you the video.
Everyone,
yes, it is done with
welcome
clay
to
ink.
another installment of the Classics Retold, the place where stories unfold. Do you hear that? Let's dance together. We're gonna draw a circle with our elbow, a square with our heads, a triangle with our toes, and lastly, a heart.
But that is the video.
So cute.
Yeah, I love doing storytelling for children. It just helps to give them a more, I don't know, inspire them to continue the arts as well and to just be creative thinkers.
I guess it's like you give energy, but you also get energy back, right? Because
Yeah.
children are just so positive and full of brightness.
Exactly, but sadly, it's a good experience for me, but this was all done in a studio. I didn't really have any energy to get back from any children. So
Because of the restrictions going on right
yeah,
now.
so this was all done for like a storytelling online series. Yeah.
But it's okay because after this is all over, we can all get back out there again and start showing our craft.
Yes, I hope so too. But yeah, those are the kinds of things I've been doing as a freelancer, and I'm also currently teaching. I think as a freelancer performer, you don't really earn a lot from it. I'm just gonna be honest. So teaching kind of really helps to pay the bills, and also it's a more stable job. But for me, I think I'm very lucky because the music schools that I've been working with, they are very flexible with my timing, and I could always work out the times that I would want to teach so I can do all my other performing stuff outside.
Wow, that's really great. So when you do teaching at music schools, are they usually in individuals or in groups? How does it work?
So I've been teaching mostly individuals, but sometimes I get like some sister duo, one like 4, one like 9, and then they'll come in and they want to just like try it out together. But usually the individual classes are more beneficial, so I can go really in depth with our lessons as well.
Do you feel that most people who want to take singing classes are kids or they're actually older?
I'm glad you asked because I have students who are like 4, and then I have like really much older,
More mature crowd?
more mature crowds as well. I had like this one ama who was learning under me as well, and she's so cute. She loves to sing. She sings in her community club, and then she would get like a piece for me to like listen to and teach her. So she usually gives me like Deng Li Jun or something like that to sing. It's very nice, and it's like very wholesome, I feel. Yeah.
Wow, so I guess Kira really answered a very big burning question already. Is it sustainable? Sadly, it's very hard
As a
Summary.
performer, yeah.
as a performer, but with your skills as a performer, you can actually kind of repurpose that into something else, especially teaching. I've actually had a lot of guests on our show, and all of them say the same thing. The most sustainable thing as a freelancer is to use your skills to teach as well.
Definitely. But I feel that not every performer can be teachers. Maybe they just don't really work with children that well, which is totally fine as well, because there are many other things that you can do as a performer not performing. Yeah.
Suggestions?
Suggestions? Well, you could, if you're a dancer, you could do choreographing work.
Oh, which is like choreographing for like commercials or like big
Yeah.
projects when they need like a stage
Yeah.
show. Ah, okay, I see.
And like if you are interested, there's also other backstage stuff that you can also experience as performers. For me, I spent, when I was in LaSalle, I was doing freelancing outside as well, and I was doing production coordinating and events management. So I really got to see the behind the scenes of a performance. So usually I'm always on stage, but at the time I got to see what was happening behind, and it's also really humbling because there's a lot of things that they need to do.
Yeah, that's really true. I feel like if you've ever worked backstage or just behind the scenes, you would never
You treat everybody nicer.
Yeah, you'll treat everybody nicer and you really appreciate everything that you have. Like if you're made to stand out in the hot sun, you wouldn't blame anybody for having to stand out in the hot sun.
Exactly.
Because they're all probably busy with something that they can't. That's why
Yeah.
they can't come around to help you.
Agreed.
I see. So I guess since she has answered it, right, and you guys have already heard how she finds her way around freelancing as a performer, which is coaching, teaching, and just maybe in the future choreographing a piece, a musical maybe. You know, sort of like upgrading her skill sets also to make herself more relevant.
Definitely.
That's very, very important. If you guys have any more questions, please feel free to let us know in the comment section down below. We are very near the end of the live already, very sadly.
Fast.
Yes, it's really, really fast. So if you guys have any last questions, you can let us know. Otherwise, you can also contact Kira through her socials.
Yes, so you can follow me on my Instagram, which is at Kira Lim Soprano, so Kiralim Soprano. And if you can find me on my YouTube channel, which I've started since the first lockdown, I've been posting a lot of comedic opera sketches and also some of my recent performances as well. You can follow me there at the same account, Kira Lim Soprano. Yes.
Alright, so basically your YouTube channel is about a lot of singing.
Yes, I've also done a lot of comedic opera stuff as well. So you were talking about whether opera singers can do pop. I've been doing like videos where I operify pop songs and I've been getting really funny comments about it. Like they enjoy it and they found it really funny that opera singers would also listen to pop music for some reason.
But do you personally listen to pop music? Do you enjoy that?
I do, but I'm like a oldies goodies.
So you really vibe to like the golden songs.
Yeah, the
last
golden
time.
songs.
Okay.
But I do explore like different genres. So you can ask me. The one moment I'm listening to like classical music, the next moment I'm listening to like rock or jazz.
Oh, that's really cool. Would you want to show us a glimpse of that rendition you have from opera to pop
Okay.
that you did in your YouTube video?
This
As a
won't be
closing
copyrighted,
show.
right?
Yeah, as long as it's from your own voice, it's
Okay.
completely fine.
So let me think of a song. Do you have any song suggestions?
I don't know. What's like a trendy pop song? Obviously, I do not listen to. Very
Okay.
popular.
Let me think.
Hot and Cold. Do you know Hot and Cold?
Oh, okay. Let me get it ready. You're hot and you're cold, you're yes and you're no, you're in and you're out, you're up and you're down. What else is there?
Oh no, we need help.
Oh no, I'm blanking
What's
out
the
on the
lyrics?
song. It's been too long since I've listened to it. Okay. Let me think of another song.
That was really funny though. Like it's really, really very interesting.
Because it's so different, the stylistics and
And you're suddenly so opera-fied,
yeah,
expressive.
opera-fied,
That's
exactly.
the word. That's your next caption.
Yeah. All right.
Oh, that's really cool.
Thank you.
Okay, it's okay if we can't think of another song because you can always check out her channel if you want to find out more renditions.
Yes.
For now, we're very near the end, so thank you so much to all of you who have joined us for the show. I hope you have learned a lot, how to improve your singing and also how to do proper warm-up exercises. It's very important. Really, like an exercise, you need it for singing as well. It's the same thing.
Exactly.
Okay, thank you so much once again. If you have a unique profession that you want to share with us, do let me know on my socials, or if you know someone who has a unique profession and you would like them to share about it with the rest of us, let me know as well. You can find me on my Instagram at GladysBay_ or on my Facebook page at GladysBYT. Thank you so much for joining us once again, and thank you, Kira, for sharing so much.
Thank you. I really appreciate coming down here today. Thank you.
Thank you. See you guys next week, Sunday, 8 p.m. Bye.
Bye.